vote. Do you want Kamala Harris to invoke the 25th Amendment, or do you want Joe Biden to continue allowing his clone to be president? Text 5. You can vote as many times as you want. There you go. And it'll be as real as the news tells us, as they all tell us the same thing. Oh my God.
It's gonna happen.
Just like they've told us 15 days into slow American. Keep your doctor quiet for 15 days. The votes to figure out who won or didn't win this election. I included everybody on Twitter. I only follow Cernanich and Scott Adams. That's it.
Fake news. Fake.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have as my guests tonight two gentlemen who need no introduction.
Who are you?
West Key and Flip Rivers.
We need to talk to you about a serious issue.
It's about the what? This is nothing but moshing. Single riffs over riffs, nothing but riffing in the name of riffs. Whiskey in the surf for 106.3 Denver's top entire rock.
None of it's real. None of it. None of it, except for the thrash.
Let's go. Sing along, you nerds. Fake news. None of it's real. Nothing.
Take a deep breath, folks. It's Whiskey and the Surfer, Denver's top iconic rock. If you want to head over and catch the full show, you can get that on rockfin.com/JT. The podcast, of course, is always found first and foremost. Even the show Bed, with, you know, all of the music without me yelling, is found on Rockfin early. In fact, it's already up there right now. And if you're watching this, maybe if you're watching the edited version, it could be on YouTube if they'll allow it to happen. I never know what the hell's going to happen on this show. This is Bloodkill. They are from Mumbai, India. Florida man steals a Kansas highway patrol car while handcuffed. The song is called Blood Dead Circus. Coming off the album Throne of Control. Reaching the simulation. Portland school delays Evergreen's mascot vote over fears it's tied to lynching. Oh no. What is Stanford gonna do? No, I heard that Stanford's new logo was a guy getting away from a crime, getting away with a crime that he committed behind a dumpster, but that's a hard logo to draw. Woman angry about the wait time fires into a Burger King drive-thru window. Florida man arrested from stealing an ambulance from the Brooksville Hospital. Anyways, for those of you who are just hearing it now, not getting the full show, you get the podcast. It has the pre-show and currently what you're hearing right now. Rockfin.com/JT and get the podcast for your fine podcast, Spotify, Apple Music. Jow Savin, is that how you say that? Let's see who's doing the majority well right now. 20% of the audience is coming from India right now. God bless you. Raging in the simulation, we got dudes from Russia, Germany, Canada, Kazakhstan. And of course, the United States, mostly Langley. No, you ever heard of Lucknow, India? Hyderabad, is that how you say that? Anyways, thanks for listening. Tell your friends about it. The best at the top of the top thrash and metal found. Plus the fastest and the fakest and the funniest fake news in the history of funny and fast fake news. This is Comander. Inquisitor Prayers. Coming off the album Steel Grinder. These dudes are from the Czech Republic. I love this because of the way the old school mix this. I owe Comander a song. I can't believe HATEBREED snuck in there. The song's called Dig Your Way Out. It is off of The Weight of the False Self. No, I thought I had 2 tracks coming off the Comander. Apparently I didn't. Well, yeah, will you make the audio in the middle of the night and tell me what happens? Silicon Valley and the World Economic Forum-backed foundation announced a global initiative for COVID-19 vaccine records. Nothing to see here, folks. Like we've been saying for years now, when you watch the public, our government, join the private sector, and then all of a sudden the people who have been stealing and reselling your information are now doing so with the protection of the government. Ladies and gentlemen, that is fascism. If you hear the World Economic Forum, run. If you heard the World Health Organization, run. If you see the Centers for Disease Control, run. If you want to lose weight, run.
Don't promise, just prove! Just prove! Don't fear, push through! Push through!
Boston Hospital set to offer preferential care based on race. Oh no.
Don't chase the baby card!
You ever heard of a race-explicit intervention? Boston Review article titled, quote, an anti-racist agenda for medicine. You know how you're going to sick because everybody's going to sick because everybody was born even though they didn't ask you and now they're going to die? Well, sorry, if you go to this hospital, you are fucked. They lay out a plan from Brigham and Women's Hospital that implements a reparations framework for distributing medical resources in order to comprehensively confront structural racism. This is Eisenhand. These dudes are from Austria. The song's called Dead of the Night. Off the album Fires Within, Raging in the Simulation.
Time of burning is not destroyed. It takes thunder over the land. It's breathing black and bringing the end.
Anyways, according to the BLM activists, guilty, not guilty, hung jury. We are going to be rioting and burning down every city we can get our hands on. Anyways, back to this ne'er-do-well hospital. Together, quote, together with a coalition of fellow practitioners and hospital leaders, we have developed what we hope will be a replicable pilot program for direct redress of many racial health care inequities. No. Here he is. You go into the hospital with diabetes, they cut off your foot, they save you with a black foot. Would you be complaining? Are the Blackfeet Indians going to let me into their tribe and then let me have a piece of that casino money? I would like to know. Anyways, offering preferential care based on race or ethnicity may elicit legal challenges. Yeah, you think so? Not according to Joe Biden yesterday, who said that there is no right, folks, that cannot be reversed. Take that, women who want to vote. Take that, slaves who are no longer slaves. Take that, gun owners who have not yet had their voting accident. Critical race theory, the belief that the United States is a fundamentally racist country, according to China, and the people they pay to say that. Brigham and the Women's Hospital told the Examiner in a statement that the article is an opinion piece. Oh, it's an opinion piece. Oh, is that, but when a doctor gives me my diagnosis, is it real or is it just his opinion of what he thinks is going on? So if you show up in an emergency room and the person admitting you has an idea of you that is not you, and you don't get the services because of what you chose to be not born as, see the absurdity in that? Meanwhile, you're not getting any help. You're not getting any health care because we are in a dying, imploding republic. The dollar's crashing. The real estate market is crashing. Jobs are crashing. We've lost energy independence. We're a laugh and a joke around the world, according to Joe Biden. And he knows because Kamala Harris is talking to all of the world leaders and she's telling Joe via cue card what they told her. NASA woman who coughed in the face of a cancer patient gets 30 days in jail, according to News4Jax.com. Coughed on and then threatened another shopper inside of a Jacksonville Pier 1 Imports, was sentenced to 30 days in jail Thursday, followed by 6 months of probation. Ordered to undergo anger management parenting skills class and pay a $500 fine. Pled guilty to a charge of misdemeanor assault, booked into the Duval County Jail last year and released the same day after posting bond. She's seen in a viral video berating store staff and coughing on another woman who filmed the accident. Well, if you're filming yourself getting coughed on when you could have left, enough already.
Fear drops me up to the sky. Stars are burning, his mouth is dry. Chasing thunder over the land. It's pretty black and bringing the end.
How do you like the new short haircut? No, how do you like the new short haircut? No, the new short haircut looks good. Sure, I'm sweating. Yeah. No, if I turn on the AC, then you're going to hear the AC in the audio. Anyways, according to the incident report, the victim told the cops she was in the store at about 2 o'clock in the afternoon and saw this broad scolding employees while trying to return an item that she didn't have in her possession. While trying to return an item she didn't have in her... No, trust me, it was the flattest and the biggest and the most expensive TV. I don't have it here right now, but I can guarantee you that based on the look on my face, give me my money. While watching, this lady took out her phone and began recording. Quickly went viral. Responded with obscene gestures. This lady describes herself as a brain tumor patient, was wearing a mask at the time, filed a police report 4 days after the incident. She has not felt well since it happened. No, I want to know why thousands of... No, I'm going to wait for later in the show when... No, because we got a double shot of Brazilian artists. School Thrash and Sepultura. And then we'll find out why thousands of Brazilian politicians changed their race? I don't know. I picked this up because, folks, this is the most Iron Maiden worship I have ever heard. The band is called Evil. They are from Tokyo, ladies and gentlemen, raging. Now we got a double shot Cycle of Pain and Yaxa. You hear the maiden? Georgia professor doubles down on prayer, asking God to help hate white people. This is according to ToddStarnes.com. A theology professor in Georgia is defending a prayer asking God to help her, quote, hate white people, unquote. She's a associate professor of practical theology, responded to the backlash on Twitter thread on Wednesday, saying that the critics are so wrapped up in white supremacist Christianity. Hear that? That, ladies and gentlemen, is the epitome of the atheist cultural Marxism approach of adopting every institution, and in this case, the institution of Christianity, to label their enemies racist, which, oh my God, can you believe the CDC has just announced that all of our enemies are racist? Now we can get rid of them as soon as we get rid of their guns. China, most happy about that. The professor teaches courses on pastoral care and counseling, wrote the controversial prayer of a weary black woman in a new book. All right, here's the prayer. Dear God, please help me to hate white people. No, I say that to myself when I look in the mirror and I look at these damn love handles. Dear God, help me get rid of the parts of me that I hate. She wants to, quote, stop caring about their misguided racist souls to stop believing that they can be better. Her mission is to serve as a catalyst for healing, justice, and reconciliation. Her faith has been shaped by Methodist, Baptist, evangelical social justice communities, as well as Buddhism and Islam. She asked God to help her I need help with, dear God, I need help hating the following. Fox News loving, Trump supporting voters who don't see color. And also white people who claim that, quote, the progressive label, but who are really wolves in sheep's clothing. Quote, Lord, if you can't make me hate them, at least spare me from their personal gaslighting, white mansplaining, and white woman tears, she prays. Dear God, I'd like to be bedside while she's on her knees, get it? Naked man hip thrusts a Lehigh Acres tree before punching a deputy in the face. Anybody want to guess what state this is happening in? It's Florida. Man is accused of wandering naked around Lehigh Acres, pounding on the doors of Arthur Avenue, according to the Lee County Sheriff's Office. He's 21. Allegedly high on drugs when deputies found him hugging and hip thrusting a tree on Tuesday. Hell yeah, how about that, ladies? That's Evil, track number 1. I told you it was a double shot of Ken that's coming off of, I believe this song's called Yaksa. Or is this Gotar? How am I going to tell? It all sounds so great. No, this is Gotar, folks, from Poland. Coming up on the show, GRINDPAD, Kadavro, Matvey, and Solstice. When deputies tried to arrest him, this dude punched them in the face. Then they handcuffed him and took him to the Lehigh Acres Regional Hospital because of the drugs in his system. And then he died, and they said it was COVID-19. And then he died of an overdose, and they said it was because the cop's knee was on his shoulder. I mean back. I mean neck. I mean carotid artery. I mean, how do you get your finger on the carotid artery if somebody's knee's on it? Oh, you mean you can't? Thank you. Guy's facing a charge of battery on a law enforcement officer booked into Lee County Jail and still in custody. Cop had minor injuries and will recover. Unless he goes to that hospital that doesn't serve cops. TampaFP.com. Florida man arrested from stealing from Goodwill and running from deputies. These are my Jinko shorts. Leave me alone. What time of the day do you think this is happening? 11:40 at night. I do my best shopping at Goodwill in the middle of the night when no one's there. Now, what I steal are all of the IRS deduction slips. Deputy noticed a 53-year-old dude arrives at the store at 11:40 at night. He's driving a 2008 Chrysler Town & Country van. This guy exits his vehicle and begins rummaging through items in the covered donation area and then well, technically, they don't have them yet. No, you call it stealing. I call it stocking up for a garage sale I plan to have later. Global warming, dude. I didn't realize the whole. Dude, did you realize that Waterworld was a documentary? I know. We should have listened. Did I skip a whole band? No, this is Executor or Executor. Damn it! No, I only wrote them down in the order that they were gonna be, and then I look and I was like, okay, that must be that. And then that must be that. Executors from Costa Rica. Song Sweet Taste of Death and Born to Kill. No, dude, I have no idea. I made this in the middle of the night. I don't know. I only know the order. No, I listened to the whole album, and if I liked the song, I put it on. Let me see if I can figure it out. Let me do some math here. Let me see. Let's see. We are 44 minutes into the show. That means we are 20 minutes. The pre-show is 20 to 24 minutes. So then if I introduce this video, and I move it up to 20 minutes. At this point, I'm just guessing. I don't know. Anyways, this guy's getting stuff for his garage sale. They noticed his van and activated the emergency lights. He removed his van away from the patrol, and then he fled at a high rate of speed. You know, he was throwing bicycles, he was throwing cookware, he was throwing a microwave, he was throwing an invisible TV he planned to return later. When the deputy arrived at the abandoned van, a bicyclist yelled out to the deputy that the suspect ran towards the nearby bank. This guy was apprehended in that area. This still could be evil. No, okay, all right, well, here, we're gonna figure it out, okay? Because if this is Executor coming up next, then the first song will be Sweet Taste of Death, and then followed by Born to Kill. Off of the album, God Will Kneel Before Me. Well, that just sounds very negative. Fix it. This is Executor from Costa Rica. I feel better. All I had to do is try to do what I did the first time and do it correctly. I would have figured it out. Fuck. No. I need a good story. I gave birth to a toddler. Oh, my mom would say that about me right now. Woman gave birth to a whopping 14-pound baby. That's gnarly. The song's called Born to Kill. My water out of reach. I'll be right back with more fake news. I told you I'd find it. This is Born to Kill. Coming up next, Gotar. And then GRINDPAD. Double shot of Gotar, triple shot of GRINDPAD. Anyways, let's get to this lady's blown out for JJ. This baby definitely falls into the heavyweight class of newborns. In response to a TikTok user's request to quote, to see who had the biggest baby, one mother has shared her experience of giving birth to a 14-pound child. Ma'am, is that a picture of you or the Grand Canyon? Damn it, it took me so long to come up with that. We want to play the biggest baby. I got you, according to this user in her viral response video, which was rigged. Folks, 30 million people have seen this video. At 38 weeks and 1 day, I had my second son via C-section by 2 doctors. No, what you it was this baby was so big the doctor needed a spotter. "14 pounds, 6 ounces, 23 3/4. That's 2 feet long. Jesus Christ. Yes, I gave birth to a toddler," the mom joked, adding that her son had spent 11 days in the neonatal intensive care unit, where he was the biggest baby there. So the baby was so big, they didn't have a mask to fit it. The average pound for a human baby is 7.5 pounds. This one came in double the racism. Sorry, according to the new woke rules, if the normal white baby is 7 pounds and you have a 14-pound white baby, it is double racist. This is Gotar from Poland, raging in the simulation. You're welcome. How about that little wig mosh up top? I would tell you what these songs are called, but I do not speak Polish, despite what my grandmother would love. Well, let me see. According to the album cover, some kind of apocalyptic sun, you have a line of human beings heading up to be beheaded. Seems about right. This is what it sounds like when that fat baby walks down the hallway. Dude, if you don't think a 14-pound baby is coming out doubly racist and ability to run, it has to. It has to run for its life as soon as it's born. No, could you imagine who's coming after this baby? The UN, the World Health Organization, the CDC, Planned Parenthood. He was so large, the unit didn't even carry clothing or diapers in his size. According to the mom, the nurses had to retrieve size 3 diapers for him. Is that big? Since then, the baby boy has grown into a, quote, healthy, stubborn, and strong 5-year-old, his proud mom captioned in a follow-up video. What does he like? Baseball, football, and monster trucks while on a drive. The most American thing you can say. He loves baseball. He loves what used to be the national pastime. He loves what used to be the biggest sports league. And he loves monster trucks on acid. And it's the only videos that this person put on their platform. 30 million views. Whoa. Another popular current TikTok prompt recently led. I don't have TikTok. No, the goal is to have less social media. I'm on Twitter. I'm barely on Instagram. I'm on Facebook. Let's come hang out. You'll get it as I post it. And you can get it in real time as it happens. We hang out all day, ladies and gentlemen. Anyways, she found out while in labor she had not one but two vaginas, cervixes, and uteruses. What's up? We're triple cervix. 2 vaginas, 2 cervixes, and 2 uteruses walk into a bar, no one tips. Swung on, and a How hard is this? No, I'm telling you, no, I love, look, as much as I hate the encroaching totalitarian globalist stakeholder communism that is being thrust down our throat, I like the fact that any thrash around the world is found on YouTube and you rage at the simulation. No, I'm telling you right now, Poland is the freest country in the world. Forget about the United States. The United States may not have the most freedom. No, Poland beats us. Because they had the balls to make communism fucking illegal. How about that? Thank you. Oh, well, this fits right here. Cop sued for... No, because I don't know what this guy's singing about as much as I don't know what Klingon means. Cop sued for excessive force after mistaking Star Trek memorabilia for weapons, according to the New York Post. 2 Florida brothers have decided to boldly go ahead and sue the Fort Lauderdale police for excessive force, claiming that cops violently detained them, in part because they mistook harmless Star Trek memorabilia for real weapons. Sir, put down the obviously foam sword and step away from the not working taser. Oh, how old are you? Oh, you're a teenager? Well, then go kill that Pakistani guy. We'll say it's an accident. Thanks, CNN. Anyways, these brothers claiming cops violently detained them in part because they mistook these weapons as real weapons when they weren't. A civil rights lawsuit was filed on Monday. The brothers are seeking a minimum $75,000 in damages for a 2017 incident involving one officer who responded to the home after one of these dudes is 62, you know, the guy with the fake fucking Star Trek weapons. Anyways, he calls the cops because a relative of his had keyed the N-word in Klingon in his Supra. The officer told them there would be no arrest or police report filed because the damage to the vehicle appeared to be under $1,000 and the relative was no longer at the location. No, I hate being lost in the show. You know how long it takes to find the freaking music, listen to all these albums, figure out what song I want to put on, and then write it actually down and then not know where the hell I am? Well, now I feel better. Thank you. This is GRINDPAD. And how you folks doing here on the Paul Cam?
Your body.
Song's called Not For Dead, coming off of Shark Bite. These are from the Netherlands. How hard is that? Anyways, these two nerds, 61 years old, are in their driveway. Cop says they're not going to do anything about his keyed Supra. This guy slams his foot on the hood of the car in the garage and also tossed a flashlight at the direction of the cops. Don't do that. Just tried to enter his home. He was forcefully detained with him and his brother. In the deposition, they felt threatened by their brothers because they knew that they had a concealed gun permit and a firearm in the premises. And a homemade green sex toy that William Shatner had autographed. That's weird. They saw weapons all over the wall. The display was actually Star Trek memorabilia and decorative blades. No, I heard they had one of those one of those fathead stickers of Blade. All right, how about that? Song's called My Name Is Violence off the album Violence. Coming up, a little Kadavro. The song's called Sons of Satan. They're from Argentina. Pseudo alleges during the altercation that this dude hit the other with the butt of his gun, slammed him to the ground, and pulled his arm so forcefully that he heard a snap in his arms, and then he went limp. No, because they knew what damage he had because they had a replica body scanner from that one. Now, I should know enough about the show to at least make fun of it, but I don't, so I shouldn't, even though I should. You're boxing. As a direct and proximate result of the city's negligent supervision, retention, and training of defendants, they were subject to injury, including deprivations of their civil rights. Oh, you're not allowed to call them a nerd. According to the lawsuit, the officers were cleared after the police internal affairs stopped laughing at the video. It's unfortunate and unsurprising that the Fort Lauderdale's Police Department Internal Affairs investigation cleared both officers of wrongdoing. That's their job. It's yet another example for the system in which these types of investigations seek justice rather than in justification. Dude, you realize we love justice so much that the dude we put in charge of the AFT was the person who burned down those buildings in Waco? Just saying. How hard is that? Anyways, triple shot of GRINDPAD. Get the 2 albums, Shark Bite and Violence. This is Kadavro, son of Satan. These dudes are from Argentina. Is that what that lady yelled out when she was birthing that 14-pound baby? You're bossing. Those nerds sued and they lost. Caitlyn Jenner explores run of the governor of California. Would you love Patrice O'Neill to be alive if he was alive during this is happening? He's just sitting there telling everybody they suck. You're allowing this to happen in your state. They hate you. No, that's what he said when California let Schwarzenegger be in charge. And trust me, I love the Expendables. This movie is called The Next Guy is going to be more famous than the next guy till we run out of those twos, and then we bring in these new jacks. Former TV reality star Caitlyn Jenner is reportedly exploring a run for California governor as the sitting Democrat governor Gavin Newsom is buffeted by a recall effort. According to Axios, she's working with who? I'm telling you, we're gonna put Rick Grinnell in there. Yeah, dude, if Rick Grinnell is the governor of California, I'll consider vacationing there. This is according to TruePundit.com. Anyways, Brad Parscale rumored to be working with one Caitlyn Jenner in this marathon effort to become the first trans governor. Woke Twin Cities Theater cancels its production of Cinderella because they cast way too many white people, according to Not the Bee. Not exactly a fairy tale ending. The suburban Minneapolis theater company abruptly canceled its production of Cinderella because the cast was too white. Okay. Yes, it's true. This dinner theater to the far west of Minneapolis, it's in the burbs. It's canceled its upcoming production of Cinderella. Show came into question after the director looked at the cast. It never occurred to me to look at the book and look at the pictures in the book as I was rewriting the story for the play. It wasn't until that I looked at all of the people that I cast based on the book and I woke up and realized that this should be shut down. No, I didn't even know Dr. Seuss wrote the Cinderella book. Bring some whiskey. I hope it's a sipper. I want to drink your cum out of a glass slipper. Swung out of the drive. What did you just do? Deathsquad. Yeah, you're bossing. This is Matvey from Argentina. You can't stop. From the album Burning Streets. I ran out of video on the Paul cam, so I want to say, Paul, say hello to everybody watching, either on, I don't know if this is on YouTube, because I'll put it up there and then they'll shut it down. I'll put it on Spotify and they'll shut it down. I don't know. Now that they've completely ditched Cinderella, which is I actually sort of agree with in this super woke situation, they're going to just start from scratch with Footloose and hire a bunch of new white people. I mean... No, it's a town where it's illegal to dance poorly. Marriott Hotel pilot. They're replacing desk clerks with automated kiosks. Who's going to hand me my water for being a Titanium member? Guess who dropped 12 pounds on the keto? Swung on the drive. Yeah! The world's biggest hotel chain said it's testing automatic kiosks equipped with touchscreens that can check in guests and spit out room keys. No, we used one of those at, it was in Connecticut. Not that one, but the other one. Not Foxwoods. Oh, damn it. now. Connecticut. Mohegan Sun. No, they had the automatic kiosk at Mohegan Sun. No, I don't want. Are you handing me free shit? Then I don't need to be here. Give me my key. And I want that computer to tell my room to turn down to 69 degrees. Get it? And then when I walk in the room, I want that computer to look at me and say, nice. Anyways, these kiosks are being tested in New York, in Times Square, and at the Courtyard, New York, Manhattan, Midtown East. Being piloted also there in Monroe, Louisiana, and heading to Miami. Pandemic has accelerated the demand for contactless services. We need a way to accelerate contactless services. How do we do it? Pandemic, go! 65% of travelers say they want the latest technologies to make them feel... Who? How much COVID is in the fogging up of my glasses because of my mask? Oh, there's more COVID in the condensation on my inside of my glasses than on the inside of my mask? That's not a surprise. Dr. Fauci said I had to wear 3 pairs of sunglasses. That doesn't seem right, does it? No, dude, he's gonna need a bag over his head to make sure he survives in public. Coming up next, Solstice. Yeah, speaking of Miami. We got 20 minutes left in the show. No, wait. Yep, Solstice. This is Survival Reaction. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 stories left to go in 20 minutes. Can you get it done? No, I'm not looking for safety. I'm looking to be treated like a normal human being by another normal human being. California to lift pandemic restrictions on June 15th, allowing restaurants, bars, movie theaters, and other businesses to folk. Well, good. I want the Improv full. I want to see the Comedy Store full. Mask mandate will remain in effect until your governor is replaced. With more than 20 million vaccines administered across the state, it's time to turn the page on our tier system. We have a 2-tier system. We have the French Laundry, where all my friends are laughing. You know, the way all of those losers who lost their business and now they're crying real second tiers. Get it? California has over 3.5 million. Who cares? Is it better or is it worse? Is it better or worse than Florida? This means the end to our color-coded tiers. We can go to movies, to the beach, and see family. Oh, thank you. That's according to the Health and Human Services Secretary. Restrictions will be lifted on most businesses with the exception of large events like conventions. Welcome to the convention of This Is All Bullshit. Does anybody have any questions? California, one of the last states to open, according to the New York Times. As of April 6, all but 6 states have businesses mostly open. Well, not in my state. We're not 100% open. I believe we're what are we, 35%, 50%? But nobody is here is pushing a COVID passport, a vaccine passport. Folks, this is how they get the social credit system put into your reality, is by having you accept the lesser of these 2 evils, which is the vaccine passport. And again, you know, hey, vote with your wallet. If you see a business, you know, Home Depot, they suck. I'm not giving them a dime ever again. They have competitors. I go there. This is Relentless Aggression. These dudes are from Norway. Off of the album The Shatter of All Things Broken. It's the epitome of resentment. Coming up, Schizophrenia, School Thrash, Sepultura, and Witchseeker. And apparently 7 more news stories. Adopted man marries his mom's biological daughter in a wild wedding mix-up. Chinese woman gained more than a daughter-in-law at her son's wedding last month. Okay. When she discovered the bride was actually her biological child. The woman noticed for the first time that Ilhan Omar was standing at the altar. Noticed for the first time in March 31st wedding that her son's bride had a distinctive birthmark on one of her hands. Just like the child she had given up for adoption years ago. This is from a publication called the Oriental Daily, which is racist. The last time I was finger wagged. The stunned woman turned to the bride's parents and asked, "Did you by any chance adopt your daughter?" I'm reading my vows. Oh, number 1, did you adopt your daughter? Stunned woman turned back to the bride's parents and asked, "Did you by chance adopt your daughter?" The outlet said the bride's parents responded yes, revealing a secret they had kept from everyone for more than 20 years. They had found their daughter on the side of the road. Dude, it was a 14-pound daughter. It was circle moshing on the side of the road to Relentless Aggression. Tears and hugs followed all around the nuptials in the Zhuzhou Zhangshu province. Did they have concentration camps there? Ceremony was allowed to go on. Okay. Even though the bride's biological mother was also the mom of the groom. And that's because the groom's mother had actually adopted her son as a baby after giving up her daughter, so the love pair, biologically unrelated. New York Post still said you needed to hear it. You were not supposed to see anything on the Hunter Biden laptop, but you can hear the story. That was a Relentless Aggression. And this is Schizophrenia. Voices coming out of Belgium. Grieving dad of a woman who died. Wait a minute. According to the New York Post, grieving dad of woman who died during butt lift reportedly found dead. You're watching. Heartbroken father of a UK woman who died during a Brazilian butt lift. Dude, if I make a band, I'm gonna have it sound like New Soulfly. I'm calling it Brazilian butt lift. Anyways, that happened in Turkey and reportedly found dead. The relative saying that he never got over Macho Grande. I mean, the sudden death of his daughter. She's 29, a mother of 3, flew to Turkey in 2018 to undergo the enhancement surgery. $9 grand. $9 grand to get a new ass. No, I go to Turkey and I ask for the Jenny O. Get it? I mean, what? Oh, this just in. Bill Gates said that if you want a fake ass, it has to be the new Beyond ass. Thank you. Things took a tragic turn when she suffered 3 heart attacks and died of a fat embolism. What's up? We're fat embolism. During the operation. What's up during the operation? In another terrible twist, the father had posted regularly about the loss, was found dead Monday by his other daughter. Oh no, the cause of death was unclear. No suspicious circumstances surrounding the death. He never got over the death of his daughter, struggling with her loss. We are devastated. At least now he is together with his Leah again. Surgeons at this place say the surgery, which involves taking fat from the waist, I need that. I'm gonna take fat from my waist and throw it away. Or stomach, take that too. Inserting it in the buttocks, get it, is safer than other procedures because it uses the body's own fat rather than silicone implants. The clinic is responsibly run, adding that, quote, it takes its responsibilities extremely seriously, filed under Death's tricky United Kingdom. This show has been a rager. Coming up next is School Thrash off the album Evil Attack. They're from Brazil. And then new Sepultura. We get out on Witchseeker. North Florida officers find a, quote, emotional support snake, unquote, during a DUI traffic stop. Oh boy. Hello? Hello? It's School Thrash. This has been a wig mosh fest. Police officers in a Florida Panhandle city found a slithery subject during a recent DUI stop, an emotional support snake. Don't jump in the water! The terror snake! You want to do what in the middle of the beginning of the song? No. How do you cuff a snake? How do you uncuff one? That's what I'd like to know. So go find. I'm not gonna ruin the story, but go find 2 comedians. Josh Wolf is talking to. Oh, come on. Louisiana. Theo Vaughn, thank you. Dear God. Both hilarious. And they tell a comedy story. I've heard some comedy stories, ladies and gentlemen. This is the funniest thing I've ever heard. It is on the Theo Vaughn podcast. He's talking to Josh Wolf. The police did say that the snake was not driving. What's up? We're driving snake. Oh, okay, we can do this story. Why do thousands of Brazilian politicians change their race? According to CNN.com, 43,400 politicians declared themselves to be a different race than in previous election years. You have to declare your color/race, picking from black, white, brown, yellow, and indigenous. All right, so let's see, the entirety of your political career, you chose this one, but this year you chose this one? All right. Who told you to do that? One in 4 candidates who ran for office in a previous election declared a different color or race in 2020 from previous such filings. They had a range of reasons for race changes. Some said they are campaign officials had simply made a mistake while filling out their account. No, I thought I was working for one of those. The whole time I was working for one of those. No. Anyways, I got the form and I put it when I wanted. This is Sepultura. Raging in the simulation on Denver's top iconic rock, Whiskey in the Surfer, Westkey, Flip Rivers, found only on Rockfin, Spotify, Apple Music, and at johntoll.com or johntoll.net and whiskeyinthesurfer.com. This song rages. It's called Isolation. No, we were talking. No, I was like, dude, I listened to everything up to Chaos ID and before. And they're like, dude, have you heard the new stuff? And I was like, does it sound like Soulfly? They said no. And I said, well, I'm heading right over. Derek Reed and the Boys Raging. This is me in a long, socially distanced line walking up the side of a Mayan pyramid so I can change my race. Oh, and if I get it wrong, they sacrifice me to the Jaguar gods. I never considered myself white. There was no name for what I was. I never felt like I had the right to call myself black. I was always recognized as tan or mulatto and albino. As anything but this new term, pardo, and I found my place in the world. Pardo translates literally to brown. It can also mean mixed race, though not commonly used colloquially amongst Brazilians. What do you tell the person giving you a Brazilian wax? That my butthole identifies as a whiter shade than it is currently. How hard is this concept album for their 15th? No, Eloy Casagrande on drums. Outface his own Derek Reed on vocals. Andres and Paulo have been there from the beginning. No, I'm identifying as not listening to your bullshit. What do you think about that? 1, 2, 3, 4. Florida man steals Kansas highway patrol car while handcuffed. Hatterty Spear with his hands cuffed behind his back. He steered with his own farts. This dude, 23, was getting brought to the local detention facility, but he had pulled over to help out a motorcycle crash scene along the way. That's when this dude to get out behind the wheel of the officer's car and drive off. How? Determined not to be caught, he got out and ran. Still had his handcuffs behind his back, and finally catching him, the authorities managed to get sworn out to the county jail without any other problem. How did he do it? Was he steering with his hillbilly feet? I want to know. No pictures, no explanation. Portland school delays Evergreen's mascot over fears it's tied to lynching. Portland High School delayed the vote to change its mascot to Evergreen Tree over concerns about its potential ties to lynching. Named after let's see here. They were set to vote on the new mascot last Tuesday until a board director shared community concern over the tree's imagery. It's a tree. Can't believe the globalists hate the trees. That's kind of weird while they're making weed legal. I'm wondering if there was any concern with the imagery there in using a tree as our mascot. Everyone comes with blind spots, and I think we might have found a really big blind spot. We were looking at the symbolism more as a tree of life, not a tree of death. What's up, we're tree of death. Osborne said the Evergreens mascot had nothing to do with the horrible history of lynching in the U.S. Lynching trees typically not evergreens, as they're not found in the Deep South or in Democrat-run portions of the North. Woman angry. It's Witchseeker. 5 minutes left on the show. Can I do it? This is Circle Pitting Madness. On Whiskey and the Surfer, Denver's on iconic rock, you're moshing. Woman angry about the wait time fires into a Burger King drive-thru window. Tennessee woman opened fire inside of a Burger King after apparently becoming enraged about the wait time. Surveillance photos show the unhinged customer leaning through the Memphis fast food joint's open window and brandishing a handgun. Pulls up the firearm with both hands, aims it inside of the drive-thru window. The woman pulled up to the restaurant Tuesday, got in beef with the workers. She felt her order was taking too long to complete. She then grabbed a gun from her car and fired several shots at the staffers. Employees fled through the back door. Well, you thought the line was long now. They were searching for the deranged patron with a reward of up to $1,000 in free dipping sauces if she's found. Did you guys realize last week when I was talking about Revolver's article about the FBI deploying sentiment analysis tools, it happened to coincide with an AC/DC song that was banned universally? And every video that I have with that song is now deleted. Lovely. Queen shares her deep sorrow after the death of her beloved husband, Philip. He was 99. And I thought he was the logo for the new Creepshow reboot on Amazon Prime. Her strength and guide through their 73-year marriage and her 69 get-it-year reign. The Duke of Edinburgh spent his final days praying for his soul. No, dude, I'm telling you, he spent his last breath. No, dude, he spent his last breath going, look, Jeffrey Epstein, do not let them know you're still alive. This is our secret. A little double shot of Witchseeker. These dudes are from Singapore. They are raging. Congratulations to Denver for getting the All-Star game. Now, what I do in the name of wokeness, I take $100 million away from a black community and I give it to a 1/10 black community. No, because the state was thinking about changing their voting laws and making them not as strict as the place we just moved the game. Maybe Joe Biden will throw out the first pitch at the Mile High Stadium. Or his clone. Or Kamala Harris. Either way, that will not be a good sight. That's going to make Dr. Fauci look like Doc Gooden. Oh, I just said Doc Gooden in front of Hunter Biden. They're both looking for crack on the ground. Off-duty Pentagon officer was charged with murder after he shoots 2 people dead. They were thought were breaking into a car. Anyways, the girls who killed the Pakistani driver, they're getting away with it. We talk about the shooter until we figure out he's not part of the narrative, and we immediately stop talking about the shooter. Are you Syrian? Beat it. Are you Ethiopian? Beat it. Are you a member of the Nation of Islam? Beat it. No, it's not good. The CDC said that if racism is a problem, that what we need to do is make sure that our legacy media does everything it can to continue to divide the human beings that have no choice over what they are. Unless you're a politician in Brazil, you get to choose to be a new thing. No, we're safe. We're algorithms in the year 2065. On Denver's top iconic rock, found at whiskeyandthesurfer.com. You can get the show bed without me yelling over it. You can get all the past episodes, the best of, found at rockfin.com/JT. Thank you for those listening, for those tipping, supporting, getting it first, getting it early. And of course, you can get it on Spreaker, you can get it on Anchor, you can get it on Deezer, TuneIn, Jow7, Spotify, and Apple Music. Until I piss somebody off, but this is the ultimate in anti-corporate independent rush. And thank you so much for being here. Tell your friends about it if you have your fellow metalhead friends and you're looking for something to rage to. You know, when you're done watching Ricky Rackman and the new reboot of Headbangers Ball, when you're done, then I want you to turn around and listen to Whiskey and the Surfer, Denver's top iconic rock, and we are going to keep the metal party going. Coming up next episode, we got some new jams from Nuclear Blast and the Almighty Metal Blade. Thank you for being a part of the show. Tell your friends, rate, review, get us up in the algorithm, and send it to everybody who loves thrash. My albums, PC Deathsquad, Pitboss 2000, found on Spotify. All my comedy albums, get them, listen, rate. Check out the merch page at johntoll.net. How about that? Nailed it right on time. I come over to you, and we do this.